Good day, traders. This is Rich with BinaryOptionTrading.com. Getting in a trade right here at 24 option. I'm getting in a call option. It is January 11, 2013, 9:04 a.m. Wow. This has been a crazy couple days. A lot of huge moves on the euro, breaking through 1.33 without even flinching. If you remember in the past, we were watching that thing just kind of fight every time it got there. Once I saw that candle, though, the 5-minute candle take off towards it, I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be a repeat of yesterday. And yesterday was the biggest day I think I've seen in so many months. Over 200 pips, I believe, in one day. Just a daily chart. We're going to look at that after the trade is done. Just awesome. So I'm just looking at call options here because it's just strong. There's no reason to go against the trend today. I'm looking for pullbacks and then continuations to the north side. Now the chop that occurred from around 8 o'clock, probably the middle of the night last night till 8 o'clock this morning was kind of tough to trade. I guess you could have traded both ways in that channel. There's a channel that went across hitting resistance 1, but resistance 1 to pivot was about 90 pips. Usually that's the whole range for the day on some of these lines. So there is a lot of strength in the euro. People are making lots of money trading Forex right now because they're just riding this trend and not thinking about it twice. They're just like, okay, I'm not going to take anything against this. It's going to keep going higher. I'm going to look for my pullbacks and watch this thing launch. And then if they were in it from the yesterday, maybe they weren't in it from the beginning yesterday, but that thing was just spectacular. And I mentioned in the video yesterday as well that once it made that first initial big move, that it would stair step up slowly, and it did exactly that. It just kept rising, consolidating with a little slight fade, and then rose again, consolidated with a slight fade. Just that continuation in that pattern, it was just amazing. Just kept doing its thing. And now we are looking at a 5-minute chart and a 1-minute chart. 1 minute looks a lot better because my entry was perfect. Maybe I could have got a slight better, but then I would have possibly not been able to get in this trade because I got in with about 20 seconds left to get in it. So hopefully it'll finish in our favor. I'm not expecting it to be a huge win or anything. I just think it's got the strength to hold this resistance 2 line as a support level. And, we are before the U.S. markets now, so this is the time when price can kind of slow down a little bit. No real news at the moment. The news, if there was any, was at 8:30. I didn't look. But 1.33390, holy cow. We have seen 1.3350, I think, or 40. And it's currently up about 2 pips. So we're going to watch it. I'll come back. We'll pause the video and finish up the week. Hope everyone's having a great week. Be right back. Okay, guys, we're back here with 30 seconds or so to go. Price is against me by half a pip or so. But I'm still not worried. I still think the strength is there to push me into the green by the last second. I would like a little bit of a thrust to make it a little bit easier on myself. But a winner is a winner if it gets there. And just a great day of, watching a continuation of a trend just move in your favor. And that's what you like to see, especially if you're a call option kind of trader or a long trader and don't like to take shorts. This is the type of couple days that you want to be in the markets, taking pullbacks, looking for consolidation plays, looking for the wicks to form reversals, and stuff like that. So let's go check out the back end. I think we got a good winner here, and we'll check out the charts. Okay, guys, we're back here, and this trade worked out. Got in with less than 30 seconds to go, so it was only a 5-minute trade for us at that particular time. In at 1.33390, and it closed at 1.3395, so half a pip, but that's okay. Candle's jumping right now. It's at 1.3344, so it's about 5 pips at the moment. So let's check out those charts. A lot to go over today and break it down deeper. Okay, let's start with the daily chart. Now, don't worry so much about all the lines again. Most of the purple lines are whole numbers except for our 3042 number. But look at the price action all the way back to September, and then look at this candle. That's a monster candle. And look what it did in one day. It busted through all of this. Just completely annihilated it. And then today was the finishing touch going through the 133 level. So that 133 level now is going to be, I would think, a good support area. If price gets back down there sometime today, I doubt it will. But something might happen that might bring it back down that way. Or next week. I don't expect this thing to just shoot up to 35 in 3 days, but you never know. This thing has got a lot of momentum behind it. This was a great, this was the best trade of the year probably last year. It touched 33 and it's dropped all the way down to 33, 1.300. So that was like a 300 pip move. 300 pip move. Just a solid trade for a short trade on the Forex market. Or if a longer term binary trade, if we're going to risk that. So this is a daily chart and just a huge candle followed up by another huge candle. I saw the consolidation when I got up and I'm like, oh my God, it's going to be those follow-up days. It's going to be so boring and channel oriented and, untradeable, so to speak. But once I saw the launch around 8:45 or so, I'm like, great, this is going to be perfect. So I'm just going to look for pullbacks. And that's what I did. So let's go look at that a little bit closer. Okay, so here's a 5-minute chart. Here's that consolidation. You could have traded this wick here on the resistance 1 pushing up. Now this is pretty deep actually. 32.52. This is pretty deep. Okay, so 32.52, 32.50 to 32.80. So we're talking about 30 pips. So there's a range there, a tradable range. But let's go check out. Let me just scroll this thing down a little bit. Okay, so the purple line of 32 was just above pivot, but pivot wasn't even looked at today. But 1.3192, okay, 1.3192, and it's 1.3281. So it's almost 90 pips from pivot to resistance 1. That's what happens when you have a huge day the day before when you make these lines. Something to consider. And once I saw this candle, I didn't even think about 133 today. Just too much for a put option, I'm saying. Just too much northern momentum, and I wasn't even looking at puts. I mean, I saw it come to resistance too. I'm like, it's going to blow through that too. And look what it did. Just exploded through it. And that's all these 2 pullback candles. I'm like, perfect. And it's usually the third candle that tells you the story. This is another strategy that we might talk about in the future. When you see 3 or 4 red candles in a row, you look for the break of the smallest candle. So you have a big candle here, big candle here, and then a small break, or a small candle here, and then a break of it. It's more for scalping, more for quick trades. I don't know how well it would work on the binary markets just because you're set to a time. But if you were trading the Forex market, you could trade the break of this, and you wouldn't be in great shape. Now you would be if you set your stop just below this level here, the low of this candle. It never got touched. Now it's shooting up to new highs. So you can be in your trade here, take a little bit off, and as it's coming against you a little bit, you have some cash because you traded some of it out, and now it doesn't break your stop loss. Now it's shooting back up, and it could go to 34. It can go to 1.34 today. Who knows? It's definitely open to suggestions. So here's my trade. Price was coming back down, hit the resistance 2 line, and this is where I entered on this at the end of this candle here. So I got just above it. You can see how price just hung on that line pretty well. Pretty picture perfect trade. I mean, this is just a money trade. I know I got it. If you got in this candle for the 920 expiry, you're in great shape because you would have gotten in on this candle here, and now look at it. Even on a 15-minute, you would have been great too. So 24 option has 10s and 15s, and bank to binary has 10s. So there's a lot of price action today. I'm hoping you guys caught some of it. You could you could hear it in my voice. It's been a while. We've seen some solid setups, but these trades are the ones that you got to take advantage of. This is what we talk about when you're talking about being patient and things like that. This won't happen every day. But in normal market conditions, you should see this once a week, once every other week. Not this extreme, but you should see this type of fluid action, and you got to take advantage of those days and try to, just make as much as you can at that particular time. So even if my trade lost, I was still confident with my trade. That's just so you guys know. It just would have been just a last second, wrong place, wrong time scenario. But because of the quick pullback to this resistance 2 line, it was money. So I'm not looking at any put options. Let's see where resistance 3 is. Resistance 3 is at 1.34. Oh my god, I don't even have a line above it. So it's above 1.34. So I guess we gotta add another purple line. Let's do that. That's fun. Another purple line coming into play. Alright, looks like I'm gonna have to. You guys get to watch me make a change here live. Pretty exciting. Pretty easy to work with these charts, guys. Okay, hold on. I gotta have. It's gotta be purple, right? Which purple was I using? This one looks good. There we go. Okay, so we have a new purple line in the works. Now we won't be able to see it because I'm gonna scroll back up. Boom. But just a beautiful chart. I hope you guys are catching it. Let's have a great weekend. Do some research, do some study, look at some charts, look back in the history. You can scroll pretty far back on these MetaTrader charts. Pretty simple stuff. And make sure you like, comment, tweet, share. I think that's it. Anyone, again, I'm going to announce this again if you're still watching this video. If you have any video knowledge of YouTube or anything like that, let me know. Hit me up. I got some questions. I want to try to do a couple things, and I'm not really sure how to do them. So if you are a video expert, or even if you know Camtasia or anything like that, let me know. I'd appreciate some feedback, and we can work something out. Oh, there's that jumper candle alert. And we'll talk to you on Monday. That's right, Monday for the trade of the day.